Hi guys, it's Chrissie and welcome back to another Sims 4 apartment speed build. So this apartment build is a little bit different from the regular apartments that I've done on the channel before, because it's actually kind of inspired by something that I saw SIMLICY do a few weeks ago. Basically, she took one of the bigger apartments in San Marino. I believe it was the 930 Medina Studios apartment. So still in this same like apartment building that I'm building in right now in the arts quarter. But basically it's the like biggest apartment in this building. And she took that apartment and she turned it into 3 separate apartments. So she created this kind of like little hallway area with, you know, where all of the apartments, like where all of their front doors are. And then she created 3 completely separate apartments that you could probably have work with the like roommate system if you wanted to play around with that, just to have a few more different apartments, because we don't really have that many apartments in the game. We only have the ones in San Marino, and I think at this point you guys have seen people like renovate and decorate like all of them multiple times, because we don't get new apartments. So yeah, this is kind of like a cheaty, kind of like workaround way of kind of creating your own apartments. Because with the roommate system that was introduced, I think with Discover University, yeah, with that like system, you can kind of have like separate apartments if you just lock the door, lock your roommates out of like your apartment in air quotes, and they'll just go and live in one of the other ones that you've built. But yeah, so we're turning this 920 Medina Studios apartment into 2 separate apartments. So like I said, I am building this in the same like building that SIMLICY built hers in, but it's like a completely different apartment. But I will leave a link to all 3 of her videos that she did down in the description down below if you guys want to check those out, because they're really cool. And I love what she did with all of those. But yeah, so we're going to be turning this 920 Medina Studios apartment into 2 separate apartments. So right now we're just going to be building the first one. I'm not showing me doing the layout or anything like that, because it took me forever to try and figure out how I wanted the apartments to be shaped and where I wanted them and everything like that. But yeah, we're going to be furnishing the first one, and it's kind of like a loft, not a loft, but like kind of like a studio apartment, I guess, because there's no like separate bedroom. The bedroom and living area is all in one big space. I do separate the bedroom a little bit, you know, I do separate it a little bit from the like living area, and it has this cool like divider wall from the kitchen. But yeah, it's all like one big open space. And then I also added a like a little laundry area in the like common space of the apartment, like in air quotes, that they would both be able to access. Like both apartments can just use that one laundry area. But yeah, I really like the way this apartment turned out. It took me forever to try and decide on what style I wanted it to be, because I started it off wanting it to kind of be this like hippie, like colorful bohemian kind of apartment, and it still ended up being very colorful. But I don't know, at first I wanted it to be a like very modern-ish looking apartment, so lots of like cooler tones, like little light blues and grays and stuff. And then I just kind of had a lot of fun with cluttering up the kitchen, and then I decided that I wanted it to be this more like bohemian colorful style. And I don't know really how to make it work with those gray counters that we have in the kitchen, because obviously I thought this would be a pre-built apartment, so both of the apartments are going to have the exact same kitchen counters. They're going to have the same appliances like stove and fridge, and obviously the exact same bathroom, like not appliances but like plumbing items, just to make it seem a little bit more realistic. And then I'm going to add a bunch of like different personalization items to both apartments, and they're also going to have 2 completely different color schemes. So I'm going to be painting both apartments kind of differently. And in my head, I just thought that maybe they got permission from their landlord or whatever to paint the walls, but they just have to, you know, if they end up moving out, they do have to just paint it white again to be like plain and boring and kind of generic. But while they're living here, they're allowed to paint the walls, because that's just, I don't know, that was just more fun for me to decorate that way. So yeah, Like this apartment, for example, has a ton of like purple and orange accent to it, and the other apartment, I'm not going to spoil too much. I have started working on it already, but I haven't finished it, so I don't want to spoil it and tell you guys what I'm doing with that apartment just yet. But yeah, this apartment isn't up on the gallery right now because obviously it's not done yet, and it's going to be uploaded as one like really big apartment with like the 2 separate apartments inside of it. But once the other apartment is done, I will have a download link in this description and in that video's description of where you guys can download this apartment. But yeah, it is going to be completely CC free, so don't worry about CC or anything like that. I am not restricting my pack usage, so I do use a bunch of different packs, but I don't use any custom content. And yeah, so this apartment I thought would be for a very artistic sim, so maybe someone that's into more like digital art, and maybe they're not a graphic designer, but like a freelance artist or something like that. And I thought they might also be into photography as well, so I do add a few cameras, as you guys can see, and the digital drawing tablet and a little tripod in the corner. So I thought they might be a very artistic sim because they also have the like guitar there as well, so maybe they dabble a little bit in like music as well. But yeah, I thought overall this would be for a very artistic sim that maybe works from home, or maybe they're a freelance artist or something, or maybe they're like a freelance artist and they do photography or music like in their spare time, kind of as a hobby or something. But yeah, I thought this apartment would be for someone like that, that would be very artistic, that would love color and, you know, just having a bunch of different colors around and a bunch of different clutter items and stuff like that. So yeah, I hope you guys like how this apartment turned out. If you did like it, give this video a like, and if you're new to the channel and you'd like to see some more Sims 4 speed builds and apartment builds and all of kind of like fun Sims 4 and just Sims related stuff in general, feel free to hit the subscribe button and remember to turn on the notification bell as well to be notified of whenever I upload a new video. But yeah, I don't know, I don't have anything else to tell you guys about this apartment. Like I said, it won't be up on the gallery just yet, but as soon as the other video is out, there will be a download link and everything like that will be in the description for you guys. But yeah, so yeah, we're just going to be adding a few more like final clutter items to the bowl to just finish it off. But yeah, I didn't really know what I wanted to do with the like, I guess, item styles, so it's a kind of mix match of a bunch of different styles, because we have this very modern apartment and then we have some more like older looking, mid-century looking items. So yeah, also I don't know, this sink in the bathroom doesn't really work, but there is a sink in the kitchen that your sim can use. But yeah, this sink doesn't really work. I just did it this way for aesthetics, but you can easily just delete that sink and place a regular like counter sink in there if you want it to be functional. But yeah, I hope you guys are all having an absolutely amazing day, and I will talk to you on my very next video. Bye guys.
I've been feeling so small, watch the clock ticking off the wall, but tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars, I wanna drive